Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today is OGR Game 68 as the Edmonton Oilers went up against the Chicago Blackhawks and lost 4-3 in a game that we totally deserved to lose. This was a game from right off the get-go that we deserved this loss, and the way that we were making some big defensive mistakes and the way that we were just overall in the first two periods, getting outshot in the first period 11-8, and in the second period getting outshot 14-4. This game was overall pretty much a big disaster. They did a lot of line changes. The first line they had McDavid, Neal, and Ennis. I wasn't a big fan of the lineup. Now, I didn't watch this game. I watched a lot of the highlights, but a lot of the goals was involved on that line, and they made a lot of big mistakes. Defensively, they weren't very smart defensively. Just everything about them was not very smart, and I love Ennis alongside of McDavid. I feel like Ennis is a perfect guy, but I'm liking the new first line tonight with Nuge, McDavid, and Cassian. We knew in the past that Nuge has worked great alongside of McDavid, and we know that Cassian works great alongside of McDavid as well, which I've been waiting for Cassian to go back up on that first line. He deserves that spot. He's a great player. He deserves to be alongside of McDavid. Neal, of course, sits back down on that fourth line, which I think Neal played perfectly alongside of Kara and Chasson. I'd rather have Gaetan Haas alongside Neal Chasson, but I mean, Kara is our big PK guy, but I feel like we could develop that into Gaetan Haas as well, since he's a better player than Kara. But overall, this game was kind of a disaster. We went down 3-0 right off the get-go, and you knew once that happened, you knew that we were going to lose the game. In the first goal in against Patrick Kane, and Mike Smith really did not have a great night. Like, he was looking pretty rough. Mikko Koskinen, once he got put in the net, he was flawless. He made the 10 saves out of the 10 shots that he had against him. So he was flawless the entire night. Mike Smith, he struggled. He let in all four goals in that night. He had 17 saves on 21 shots and an 8-10 save percentage. So he was really struggling last night. And it sucks. I mean, there was a lot of defensive mistakes, but there was also a lot of goaltending mistakes that Mike Smith makes. Sometimes he's just a little too fast with the way that he moves and shit like that. It's just sometimes he makes a little bit more mistakes than what we're usually used to. Jonathan Davis got his 18th of the year. Then DeBrincat following that up with his 17th. And then also DeBrincat getting his second of the night right after the Nuge goal there as Nugent Hopkins got a nice one. It was a nice pass from Draisaitl sending up Nugent Hopkins. Getting him that one goal, putting us between two, and then they just came right back and scored a goal. And then Archibald and Yamamoto. Yamamoto's goal was a nice one. That shot was just explosive right in the top right corner. It was a really nice goal, and I was really excited to see that goal went in the back of the net. Now, unfortunately, I did not watch this game, but seeing a lot of the highlights, Darnell Nurse was really impressive. I think that was one of his better nights, and I think he's getting used to not having Klefbom around. I mean, that was a perfect game for Darnell Nurse. I know he made a couple mistakes here and there, but I felt like that was one of his better nights where he actually performed to his top game. And now with Klefbom back in the lineup tonight and Mikko Koskinen in the net, and we're facing a very struggling Columbus Blue Jackets team. This Columbus Blue Jackets team, they have not been doing very well in their last little bit. The last 10, they're 2-4-4 with an overtime loss just a while ago. So, I mean, this team, yeah, they're still in the playoff spot, but they're being in a fuck ton of overtime losses. This team is legit. The only reason why they're in the playoffs right now is because of overtime losses. And I think this is a weird fucking rule because overtime losses are so stupid because of this one fact. I mean, take a look at the Boston Bruins. They're 14, 13, and 12. Right? They should be alongside Tampa Bay, but because of all those overtime losses, they're ahead of everybody. Same with the Columbus Blue Jackets. They have more wins, or they have less losses or wins than Carolina, New York Rangers, and the Florida Panthers. They all have more wins than the Columbus Blue Jackets, but somehow they're in the wildcard spot. Anyways, they're 2-4-4 in their last couple games, and they've been struggling to keep the puck out of the net. They've been struggling on their PK. They've been struggling a lot, so I feel like this is going to be a big night for the Oilers where we got to come out there and we got to go full force. We got to see Cassian playing great defensively and offensively with McDavid, and hopefully he can stay up on that first line, right? He made a smart play with Archibald. He was having a great night. I'm also enjoyed Andres Thieu, which I heard from Big Milk. He had a pretty good night. I'm hoping he can have a good night alongside CN and Archibald, which was a line that I was envisioning when Anthony Thieu came into the team. That could be a backup line for the Edmonton Oilers. And I feel like he's a great third line guy, and I feel like if he can get that defensive working underneath of him, I think Sheehan and Archibald are perfect for him. Because he could be that offensive guy and also focus a little bit on defense. But then you have Sheehan and Archibald that can back you up a bit if you make a mistake, right? So I feel like that's going to be a perfect line for him. Otherwise, Nurse and Barron, they had a great night, I felt. They made some defensive mistakes for sure. But Darnell Nurse offensively, he was a god out there making some really nice moves. He was moving the puck around. He's playing really smart. But I'm really excited to have Oscar Klefbom back in the lineup. He's going to be our top power play guy, and you know that. The way that they're making the lineups is a really exciting night. The second line, they split that up. They're having Ennis, Drysdale, Yamamoto, Andreas Anthony, CU, Sheehan, and Archibald, and then Neil, Kara, and Chasson. Defensively, you have Klefbom, Larson, Nurse, and Bear, and then Russell and Jones, which I'm really excited about. And Mikko Koskinen will be starting in net. So hopefully it goes better than the Chicago Blackhawks game. And I will also be watching this game as well. So I'll be able to give you up-to-date notes on everything and stuff like that. So it should be a really exciting game. Right now, it's tied 2-2 with 15 seconds left in the simulation. So I've been super busy. I would have uploaded this yesterday, but I got super busy. But I'm really excited. Hopefully this is a big game for the Edmonton Oilers because, I mean, we're right now in a spot where the Flames are 1 point back of us. And this is a big win that we need tonight. We honestly need this victory tonight to get that game up on the Calgary Flames and to be tied with the Vegas Golden Knights and get in that first place of the division. So hopefully we can do that. But we got to get a big victory against the Columbus Blue Jackets. We're at home. It's going to be a big game. It should be a fun one. It's Saturday night hockey against a very tough Columbus Blue Jackets club. So let's hope that we can pull that victory away. But for right now, guys, also, I got to check the EA score because I totally forgot to fucking do that for you guys. Let's take a look at that. The Chicago Blackhawks did win 9-3. I totally forgot about that. So EA, you were right about that. You weren't right about the score, but you were right about them winning. So you guys are now 39-29. You're on a little bit of a winning streak right now as the game has been sent to overtime. So hopefully, EA, you're right again, and you continue that winning streak that you guys are getting back in the win column that you guys are having right now. So, but right now, guys, I'm going to sign off, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Adios, amigos.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Oil Country, Edmonton, Alberta. He's Ray Ferraro. I'm James Cebulski. Edmonton's back at home for an extended period, the first one going tonight.
They'd love to get off on a good start here. Always difficult, however, the first game after a road trip. Teams tend to come out a little heavy-legged and don't play very well.
Two teams hungry for 2 points, and we are ready to drop the puck.
Quickly into it. Now's the time to relax, readjust, and attack again.
Moves it quickly over to Nugent Hopkins. Hammers one from the point. Wow! Scores!
My God, I didn't even see that going. That was fast. Can we rewind that?
We'll get a replay on that as the light is on.
I did not see that.
What a shot!
My God! Look at the speed of you. Look at, okay, hooked it up, put it on the stick. Poof! Speed kills, baby.
Feels like forever, James, since he gave up a goal. The streak is over. He has had an outstanding run.
Boards. Nugent Hopkins gains the zone. Dreisaitl's got it deep in the offensive end. Winds up, lets it go.
Oh,
He
yeah.
scores!
Don't you drop it in the bucket like that. He just dropped it in. Drop it in the net.
Drop it like it's hot, if you will.
Yeah, please believe it. Drop it like it's hot.
Oh, I thought he had this, James. He got a big chunk of it, but it just slowly trickled past him and into the net.
Welcome back, everyone. He's Ray. I'm James. Third period action, ready to go. The Oilers penalty killers get off to a good start, winning possession here. And it's a quick pass to Klefbom. Here's a shot and makes the save. Into the offensive end now. Receives the pass. He scores!
Well, they've been hoping that the extra work they've done on the power play would help them capitalize. They do a nice job there. This is a terrific shot. He beats the goaltender, but the goalie gets a chunk of it. Not enough. He can't slow it up.
Columbus looks to move the puck from their own end. And he slides it quickly to Wenberg. Along the half wall with the puck. Right in front. Denies him in front. It's in. He scores.
Bang, bang. 2 goals in right around a minute 40. You wonder what momentum is. 2 quick goals will do it. He's in the bumper position in the middle of the slot. They move the puck around him, find him in the middle, and he makes no mistake.
And a solid job tying up his opponent. On the one-timer, shuts him down. He scores and wins it in overtime. They needed overtime, but they come up big in the extra frame.
Always an unbelievable feeling to score an overtime goal. You score and you feel that you've just ended it. It's so cool to do. Get to the net, that's where the goals are. The rebound sits there and he puts it away.
On behalf of Ray Ferraro, I'm James Cebulski. Thanks for joining us. Good night.